Another day, another Vogue article praising Meghan's amazing, ever evolving, but always true to herself style. Let's get into it. Thank you for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today, I am excited to bring you a new article from Vogue as they continue to talk about Meghan's amazing style, but they actually gave her a new name, a new style moniker, and this is a first. It's been a while. I mean, she's been racking up these amazing style accolades for a long time, and we've heard all kinds of different names and monikers given to her. I always like to call it Sussex style, but of course we have princess style and we have Duchess style. I mean, we have so many things that we have attributed to her. She definitely changed the way we see royals and their fashion. And she definitely carried the torch directly from her mother-in-law. So that definitely belongs with her. But something that I love about Meghan's style is that, one, it's always consistent, even when it evolves, and it's always true to her. And I think that's why Vogue really loves talking about her, because in any given moment and any different era or phase of her life, she's serving up amazing looks, but it's always practical, but it's also always true to her and always impressive. And so today they gave her a new moniker. They called her style Earth Mom style. And you know what? At first I was like, huh? But now I kind of get it. So I haven't read the whole article. What I did read made a little bit more sense, but I'm excited to read the whole article with you guys. Let me know, do you agree with Vogue's assessment before we read the article? Do you agree that she has an Earth Mom style? And if not, come back after we've read the article and tell me if you agree afterwards. And if not, still, that's fine. But I'm interested. How would you name, or what would you name, Meghan's current style in her current era? Before we get into this, if you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to share so more people can find us. I also have some great news. I have heard your complaints and requests and messages to come back on camera. I have had a really busy year. And so half the time I'm recording these, I look a whole hot mess because I just finished doing homework and working out. But that's okay. My commitment is to you as well. And so tomorrow we will be having our first live stream of 2025, and I will be on camera tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central. Join us for a live stream or catch us on replay. Now let's get into the Vogue article. The title of this article is Meghan Markle's Earth Mom Wardrobe Has a Common Theme, and this was written by Olivia Allen. I think this is the first Olivia Allen article I've read. So let's see how this goes. I love this photo, first of all. This is so pretty. I love how her hair looks. It's just cascading over. Love this photo. And it's so casual. Although she's not posing, this is just such a cool shot. I love everything about this photo. Meghan Markle's style has always leaned towards laid-back luxe. Ooh, I like that. Think camel tones and cashmere. But her off-duty wardrobe has taken on a more sentimental twist. From personalized knitwear to monogrammed accessories, the Duchess of Sussex has fully embraced the Earth Mom aesthetic, combining comfort with personal flourishes that do all the storytelling in the little details. Recently, Meghan Markle debuted a personalized sweatshirt embroidered with the names of her children, Archie and Lilibet, on Instagram, putting her own spin on momcore. That is so cute. She's also partial to initial jewelry. Yes, we do know that, and is known for layering delicate gold necklaces featuring the letters M and H as a romantic nod to her husband, Prince Harry. I mean, if you're married to Harry, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, you wear something that lets people know that, okay? You let people know you're married to the stud of the royal family, okay? Anyway, adding to her growing collection of personalized pieces, her Logan Hollowell constellation necklace. Ooh, that's one of my favorite pieces of her jewelry. It is so beautiful. Dedicated to her children's star signs, because if there's one thing Meghan does well, it's commitment to a theme. Her love of personalization doesn't stop at jewelry. Extending this approach throughout her wardrobe, she carries a Dior book tote embroidered with Meghan across the front, tapping into the personalization trend we've seen of late when it comes to bags. Looking at you, Mrs. Bieber. When With Love, Meghan finally airs in March after it was pushed back due to the ongoing devastation of the LA wildfires, we'll likely get even more of a glimpse into these super personal wardrobe items and interiors. All given that it's a show that's spun as a practical and candid how-to with Meghan and her friends, new and old, sharing personal tips and tricks. While her style has evolved from royal uniform to Montecito mom, certain elements remain constant, from neutral tones to cozy knits. Only now those pieces are stitched, stamped, and embroidered, because there's more than one way to put a personal spin on wardrobe staples.
Something arrived that I have been waiting for. Oh my god. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, when my husband and I were in Altadena, we went to a community where all the homes were left in ashes. This mom had found a couple things, and as I was talking to her, I turned and looked and I saw this young woman, and I said, "Oh my gosh, how old are you?" She's 15. She lives there. And her mom shared something with me and said that when they came back to see their house for the first time, which was as we were meeting them, that all that she'd been looking for in her home was the t-shirt from the Billie Eilish concert that she had just gone to, that she left in the washing machine or the dryer. And of course, they now see their home and the washing machine and the dryer are ash. They're not there anymore. And so I said, "Well, I don't know Billie Eilish, but I'm going to figure out how to get you this shirt." So I thought of everybody that I knew, and I made a voice note, and I was like, "Please, can someone get this voice note to Billie Eilish? Here's what I'm asking." You guys, I don't even know what all of this stuff means, but it's signed for her. Is that a thing? The lunchbox thing? I don't know. This is when I feel really old. Huge thank you, Billie Eilish. This is going to mean so much to her. And honestly, to Adam Levine and Bahati, you guys helped get this over the line. To everyone who's showing up for people in big and small ways to get through what's happened in California, just thank you so much. I'm going to go and email her mom now. Just wanted to share that with you guys.
That video is currently available on Meghan's Instagram, and you can find her on Instagram at Meghan. That video was such a surprise, but once I actually watched it, I just thought it was so sweet. She went through so many great pains to try and fulfill this person's wish who had suffered from the LA wildfires, and I just thought it was such a sweet gesture, but also I'm so glad she gave us a peek inside more of their efforts to help people who lost their belongings and their homes in the LA wildfires. But anyway, that video is currently available on her Instagram. Feel free to go check it out and hit a heart on it so that she knows you like it. Feel free to share so more people can find her on Instagram. But as far as her style, yes, I do love that she remains true to herself and the laid back luxe. Is that how they said it with Vogue? Which I love that. I'm going to start using that now. But yes, she absolutely has a laid back luxe look about her and always have, even when she was doing yoga, which is why I use those photos as the overlay. She was still put together, and yoga is a pretty intense activity. I mean, you're moving your body in all kinds of ways. You're really challenging yourself and pushing yourself. And she still managed to look beautifully put together and still laid back and luxe, even when doing yoga. So way back then, before she was in the royal family, when she was in the royal family, since that point, since being back in the US, her style has evolved at different phases of her life. But I feel like she's always maintained her truth to herself, and her style has always been practical for whatever phase of life she's in, whatever she's doing. But also it's always spoken for her. It's always expressed where she is in her life and what she's hoping to express and share with the world through her fashion and style. And like I said, she definitely carries that torch with perfection from her mother-in-law, Diana, Princess of Wales, because Diana also did the same thing. She expressed herself through fashion, but something that she made it a point to say was, fashion is not all that I am. I like fashion, sure, but I'm here to help people. That's my goal. And I loved how in several interviews, whenever the interviewers, and it's often when she was being interviewed alongside Charles, which I don't find that to be a coincidence, but whenever she was being interviewed and they began to lean too heavily into her fashion, she would always correct the interviewer and say things like, "Oh, I don't shop as much as people seem to think I do," or my fashion has to be practical. It has to make sense for what I'm doing, because the goal for me is to reach people and to touch people and communicate with people. I don't want my fashion to hinder my connection with people. And she was right. It's one of the reasons why she rejected the consistent advice to wear gloves when she was meeting people. She often wouldn't wear gloves. I remember once she did an interview about an evening gown that she was supposed to wear. And it was a pretty ornate evening gown. It was beautiful, but it came with a shawl. And at the time, there were people who were going to be outside prior to her walking into whatever this event that she was going to. And she chose not to wear the shawl because she said she wouldn't be able to hug people if this shawl was holding her arms back. And I just thought, what a practical and considerate way to go about the job, even with small details like what you're wearing. Now, Diana did say several times that she used her fashion to express herself, because as a royal, a lot of times she really couldn't speak to her experience. There's so many photos and videos of her crying. And of course, we would never know until much later why she was crying when she finally decided to open up. But it took a very long time. In retrospect, it doesn't seem that long. But for years, Diana was silenced by the institution. She could not share just how hard things were for her. And so fashion became a very big communicator for her. And it also began to chart her independence as a woman. As she began to evolve as a woman, as a mom, as a royal, we saw her fashion continue to evolve. So I do think that expression through fashion is something that we see with several people in the royal family. But I think the people who nail it the best is definitely Meghan and definitely Diana, Princess of Wales. And I just find that to be so interesting. They never even got a chance to meet, but that spirit definitely resides in both of them. I can definitely see the commonalities that Prince Harry was talking about from that aspect alone. I really appreciate how Vogue has continued to maintain their commitment to sharing things about Meghan that are truthful and that are positive and that are not hit pieces. I love that they continue to uplift her. And I love that they continue to do it in their way, because obviously, if you're going to talk about fashion and style, you go to the fashion and style Bible that is Vogue. And I love that they are consistently, every week they have a new article about Meghan. I also can appreciate this very small and fine detail. They don't harp too heavily on the days of old. I've noticed that other publications, not to call anyone out, but like other publications who chart her style, like In Style or Cosmopolitan or even Elle, whenever they talk about her, they tend to do these comparisons to like when Meghan was a working royal or before her royal life, blah, blah, blah. I love that Vogue is committed to the now. I think that's something that's very considerate. And I think if Meghan has a say, that's something that she would appreciate. I love that they're all about moving forward. They're all about charting who she is now. They're not looking back. They're not saying, oh, Meghan's best in the royal family style moments or whatever. They're talking about who she is today and the woman that she is today and what's important to her today. And I think that's why I've been calling her a Vogue darling. And ever since I've said that, I've had nothing but more and more reasons to continue to call her that. They absolutely love Meghan. But aside from that, I think that's one of the reasons why their articles about her feel so fresh, and they don't continue to repeat the same talking points. They don't continue to show the same outfits. I've noticed that some of the other publications, again, no offense to anyone, continue to do your thing. As long as the article is positive, I'm going to read it anyway. I don't care if it's old or new. But the point is, one of the things that I love about Vogue is that they continue to show who she is now, and they talk about her expression through her fashion now. And of course, that includes Archie, Lilibet, and Prince Harry. And so I loved this article. It was short and sweet. Was it Olivia? I like Olivia. I'm going to add her to my list of writers to watch. Whenever I see or I find a new article about Meghan or Harry that's positive or enjoyable, I put them on my little list of reporters. And whenever I find one that's not, I put them on a very different list. But anyway, what did you think about this article? And do you agree with Olivia and Vogue's assessment that Meghan is now in her Earth Mom era? I thought that was so cute. Yeah, Meghan does lean towards neutrals. And I love that because it definitely compliments her. It definitely compliments her. And it's interesting that she took something that was almost a sign of her having to blend in and fade into the background. She took something and made it an empowering point of her fashion. She took something that was meant to kind of blend her, and now it's something that makes her stand out. Talk about an alchemist, right? So anyway, tell me your thoughts on this Vogue article, and I have more thoughts after the break. I just wanted to take a super short break to say, if you have not already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you are interested, feel free to participate in the live chat going on now, or feel free to leave a comment if you do not wish to engage in the live chat. Once again, I know I do this all the time. I'm enjoying a channel, I'm enjoying the video, I'm just having a great time, and I completely forget to hit subscribe. So please don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to comment if you wish, and please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so that the algorithm on YouTube knows that you like my content. Now, let's get back to the show. Once again, thank you so much to Vogue for continuing to stand on business and talk about Meghan in her true form, in a positive way, and highlighting the amazing things about her. Not just her amazing work, not just her great personality or her lovely family, but also her fashion and style. Thank you so much for always working hard to represent her authentically and truthfully and genuinely. And that is something that not just squatties, but everyone can appreciate in the day and age when media is fickle and you don't know if what you're reading is true, and people are using their major platforms to express age-old personal vendettas. It is such a breath of fresh air to continue to read articles from a reputable publication such as Vogue that continue to do what media is supposed to do: inform, enlighten, expose truthfully. I really appreciate that. And I love talking about Meghan's style and fashion, and who better to do it than Vogue? So I hope you guys enjoyed the article as much as I did. Once again, thank you, Vogue, for continuing to highlight Meghan's amazing qualities. Before we get out of here, just a reminder, tomorrow, Thursday, February 6th, we are having a live stream here on the SharionSade YouTube channel at 3 p.m. Central. I hope to see you there, but if you can't make it because it's in the middle of the day, and I know y'all have better things to do than sit around and wait on me, y'all have got stuff to do, that's okay. Catch it on replay, and I'll read your comments later and respond later. That's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to follow the writer of this article. She is linked in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Bye.